Good morning, and welcome to my Monday messages on this beautiful September morning. Lovely sunshine, blue skies, a little bit of a nip in the air, top and tail of the day. So autumn is definitely on its way. And today I wanted to talk about one of the glorious things about autumn, actually, which is all the colour that's around and how we can use that to help our own plans and our own commitments to self-care practices. And this is something that came up at our regular monthly motivation call in my business fulfillment group. It's a course that I run a couple of times of the year, and it's called Pimp My Practice. And it was principally designed for holistic practitioners to help us all to work in a way that is sustainable and that enables us to continue offering what we offer. Because unless we can get a healthy return for it, then we can't continue to help people and support people and practice all the wonderful skills that we have. So if you're joining me this morning for the first time, my name's Rebecca. I'm a homeopath, I'm a holistic life coach and a natural health advocate. And I just pop in here on a Monday to share a simple practice, a tip, anything really that to stimulate all of us into committing to any kind of practice or mindset that supports us to be as healthy as we possibly can, physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, and all three. So if you're joining me live, you're very welcome. Do pop your comments or just let me know that you're there with a thumbs up or something like that in the thread. And if you're watching on the replay, you're equally welcome, and you can do the same, and I'll get back to you with any questions that you have. So yes, in our monthly motivation call, we connect as members of the group, and we use the group as a kind of support and an ongoing practice of accountability, if you like, and just exploring any blocks or any difficulties that we're encountering, both personally, because actually we are our businesses, and if we're not completely right and healthy, then that's going to spill over into the way that we are running our businesses. So the monthly meeting is something that I do completely free after the course has completed. And we were chatting away today because the first one we'd done for a while. It's our first one of the next coming season, if you like. Lovely call. And one of the members of my group was explaining that she had one of her commitments this year was to have much firmer boundaries about her self-care and her working hours and which days that she was going to commit to herself as opposed to her business, and that she was finding that very difficult. It was something that's relatively new to her. And what came up was that she started things and with great intentions, great enthusiasm, and over time all kinds of resistance would pop in, and that she would find after a relatively short space of time that she was creeping back to working on those days, cancelling them, double booking, all sorts of things, and basically not prioritising herself. So we talked about a tip which really resonated with her, and she is finding it helpful as an idea. It really really resonated with her. So I thought I would share it with you today. And it isn't only relevant for us when we're planning work things. it can be really, really useful if this time of year you're recommitting to starting a class or doing anything new, some kind of, okay, I'm going to really take care of myself through this winter. I'm going to join a yoga class. I'm going to take a day off work and do something. I'm going to start sewing or, I don't know, gardening, anything, art, anything at all. And if you've a little bit of a pattern of starting those things and not really finishing them, so after a few short weeks, you find you're cancelling, you're moving things around, it's somehow crept back to your old pattern, this is something that you might find useful. So if the first thing is to have some kind of written time management system. Now, that can be online. I know a lot of people are using calendars and diary systems on the phone or on the laptop or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Or it can be a good old-fashioned hard copy diary or calendar. And actually, I use both. But this principle will work for both ways of managing time. But if you do want to implement any kind of change and you're struggling with committing to how your time is arranged, I strongly suggest, if you haven't already got some kind of time management system, then get it set up, because apart from anything else, carrying all that information in our heads takes a lot of energy. It leaves room for error because we're human. We often will forget things that we've committed to. If we get used to consulting a diary or a calendar, then everything that we've agreed to or that we've committed to is there. Now, it sounds really obvious, but there are an awful lot of people I come across who try to do that. They carry everything in their heads, and it gets very confusing. As I say, there's room for error. And also, it's taking our energy. There was another point I was going to make about that. Yes, and if we are having to remember things in our heads, and somebody asks us, okay, I really want to do this meeting next Tuesday. Can you fit me in Tuesday? And we're having to shuffle through, okay, I think there was something on Tuesday. I can't quite remember what it is. Oh, I better just say yes. So it leads to knee-jerk reactions rather than a considered response. And we're not able to mind ourselves and mind our boundaries. So the first thing is, whatever you've committed to, if you've decided to join a yoga class, start an art class, or just take a day out from your usual work routine to have for whatever you want, then the first thing to do is just dream a little. Just really think about all the benefits that you're going to feel when you do that activity, or when you join that class, or when you can wake up in the morning and know that the day is for you and only for you. Just really get into all the feelings that will bring up for you and will enable within you. And just embellish those feelings, really go into them deeply. And then when you think you've identified them, or as you identify them, write them down, because the act of actually recording how we're going to feel just really pushes it in, it embeds it, it makes it more real. And then when you think you've exhausted your creative talents in really fleshing out those feelings, really building them up, I want you to just close your eyes and feel those feelings. Just visualize that you're already doing what you've chosen to do, or you've done it, and all the feelings that you've identified, it will come out within you, either while you're doing it or afterwards, or both. Notice how you may have a smile on your face. Notice how calm your heartbeat feels. Notice that your shoulders are down and that your body is relaxed and you're feeling good. You're feeling powerful. You're feeling peaceful and fulfilled, hopefully. And then when you're thinking about all those feelings and how lovely it feels to feel like this, think of a colour that could represent those feelings. It doesn't matter what the colour is, it's just something that would appeal to you. So let's say, for argument's sake, that we're thinking of orange, because I'm wearing orange today. So let's say that orange, the colour orange, is going to be a shorthand for all those beautiful feelings that you've identified you are going to have created within you when you commit to that particular class or activity or whatever it is that you're committing to. So orange is representing those feelings. So when you come to your diary management or your calendar or your, whatever, use that colour orange to block the time out in your diary. So not only is the time blocked out, so as soon as you consult your diary or your calendar or whatever, you can see, no, that time is not available for work. What it's available for is immediately you will think of, all those lovely feelings I'm going to have. So it's just a little bit of a reminder to your body that this is immovable. This is not negotiable because of all the beautiful feelings that you're going to feel when you do those things. And over time, if you keep practicing that, it will become automatic and you will just see that orange block in your diary and you'll start to get excited because that's what we all want to feel. And then it will become, you will automatically protect that time. So I hope that makes sense. Do let me know if that resonates with you. It's a very simple thing to do, but it just takes a little bit of practice to put it in place. And if you can do a similar exercise with your work, actually, but using a different colour, then your diary becomes, instead of a boring grey, oh my God, that's my time gone, it becomes alive and exciting and fulfilling and all of those things. So that's my message for this Monday. Wishing you a colourful week. Do let me know how you get on, because I would always like to see how people have experienced what I'm suggesting. I found it useful years ago, and as I said, various people that I've passed it on to have also found it useful. Simple and practical. Okay, enjoy the day and the week. Take care.